let's see if I can fix this. Been at it for 3 days with this painting, and I'm still very unhappy with it. Very unhappy. I don't know, that eye is not looking right, but that's how it looks in the photograph. I was not done right. And gonna look for it and see what I can do to get this to look right. That eye, I think I gotta turn the eye more. I'm gonna turn the eye a little bit more. I'm gonna turn this eye a little bit more. Alright. Yep, that's what I'll do. I'll grab this brush here. And turn this eye, cause I'm very happy with it. Shit. What's going on here? Okay. Yeah, this eye, the flesh tones. It's funny because the painting was okay and I kept at it. And I screwed it up. Where's my master? Here it goes. It was okay. But me, you know, I noticed that when you try to do things the way they taught you how to do things, how I was taught how to paint and the classical stuff, I tend to mess up paintings, but when I paint just in how I want to paint, I don't run into issues. It's only when you start doing things the other ways that I run into issues. I mean, there's a lot of things I've learned that has helped, but this thing has too, you know, it has to come more. I don't know what it is. It's, let me go on YouTube, see if I'm up, if I'm live, and then I'm gonna let me get that rag. I was up all night painting. Talking to this guy yesterday. A nice guy. That has a YouTube channel. But he gets angry because of the trolls. I tell him, you can't pay mind to those people. You have to ignore them and block them when you see them. Alright, someone is there on YouTube. Good luck. Okay, good. It looks. Thank you. Yeah, but it could look a lot better, I mean. It could look a lot better. Now, this over here. Let me get a stiffer brush. I was gonna do a skimming on it. I was gonna, after it's done, I'm gonna, it's already dry. Let me him a little bit. Let me see that. That's going up. Okay, and also I don't have the highlight on that little area. Let me put that highlight. Maybe that's what's throwing me off. This is gonna be maybe a little too light. Let me put some flesh in there. Get a smaller bucket. That's way too big. Do things so fast that you grab something light to fix it so quick, and then it's not the right value, which is okay because I know I can work it down. But let's not try to do that. Let me see this value. This value here. And I gotta get something a little thinner because this medium is a little too thick. I'm gonna use, let me get that other oil. This is that walnut. I'm gonna grab a little bit of walnut instead of that linseed, because this is a little thinner. Hopefully, let me clean this little container. Put that in there. And pick up all that dirty medium. Okay. Still see some over here in the corner. I want just to get rid of all that stuff. Then, okay, here we go. I made this container about 20 years ago. A little piece of glass container with a piece of leather wrapped around it. Alright, let's try the walnut. I'll leave the thick paint for, well, that medium has to be a little thinner also. That medium is way too, it's not right. I know when the medium is not right. Because you want the paint to lay where it's not, when you're applying it, it's not giving you mountains. It's that type of mark. And when you've been painting as long as I have, I can look at a brush mark and tell when it has that. Oh, this is Lord Kingdom. Oh, he came to check the video. Cool. So I'm gonna try to resolve that. Oh, here goes the alarm. Let me shut that off. You see how much flatter that lays? And it's still, I mean, it's not the right value, but I'm gonna work that in there. And I'm gonna build around. And I don't know if I'm gonna stay with that, but grab one of these brushes. Grab one of these brushes. And this one is fine. So many damn brushes. You know, the more brushes you have, the more you grab, and then you have like 50 of them all around you, and but I can't I get me a set of brushes, some little tiny ones. Those small ones are the ones that always go first. These little tiny brushes. And I try to use big brushes. Okay, over here. Let me see. See, my face better. That does lay a lot better. That lays better. That lays better. I can come here and adjust this part. And then this goes this way. It looks nice outside. It looks sunny. It's always so cloudy in New York. That's what I hate about New York. It's always cloudy. Always cloudy. Like a whole week, it's 5 days clouds, 4 days cloudy, and 1 day sunny. And I like the rain. You know, don't get me wrong. I really like the rain, but not. I guess when you're young, nothing seems to matter if it's cloudy or sunny. But when you get my age, 53, you're like, you hope for a little more sun. You want more sun. You wish for more sun. These paintings, I gotta start doing, making them more modern, making them look more uglier, because that's what sells. Ugly sells these days. If it's ugly, it sells. That's the art movement today. I mean, I think you guys seen that urinal that this guy sold for millions. Which it is the urinal, it's a cool looking urinal, I mean. But did it become cool before he signed it, and I know that it's a modern piece? Was it cool before that? You know, before that, or did it become cool after all the, you know, magazines talking about this damn urinal, and I read them, and get this brow. I'm gonna cut in here. Man, I was watching this, Kindred play the violin. I was so impressed. I was so impressed because I've always wanted to play the violin. I love classical music. So, do you think a wooden bow is better or carbon fiber is a better bow? I was watching a video on that. The lady was talking about no, the wooden bows are the best. Yeah, it's good that people, you have to have something in life that you enjoy doing. One thing I didn't know that the cops messed up your hand. I saw your video this morning that you put out, and the cop chasing you off the bridge. I can see why now you feel the way you do about cops. Especially, I could imagine if a cop was to fuck up my hand, and I'm a lefty and I paint. I would fucking hate cops. I would hate all of them, even the good ones. All of them. I mean, that would really fucking piss me off. I got smacked by a cop when I was younger, and that really made me feel bad because I wasn't doing anything wrong. I wasn't doing anything wrong. This cops smacked me, but I could see. I was able to understand when you made that statement, and I said, "Shit." And here I am telling him on the phone about cops, and he went through that. I mean, it's you know, sometimes there's more to the story than. So I'm sorry about that, because you do have the right to dislike them. You have the right. Oh yeah, you have the right. They fucked up real bad with you. Yeah, yeah. That's not good. These bastards. I don't know why cops, man. Instead of doing things respectfully and always just, you always have to have one asshole. One asshole. And maybe he was a nerd when he was in school and he used to get beat up and now he wants to beat everybody up. This is payback. This is payback. Let's see. Were you a nerd? Why are you harassing me? Why are you fucking with me? I'm not bothering you. Oh well. Alright, this looks a little better than you're saying. Well, I was gonna put it down completely for a whole week and give it a week to not look at it. But This painting has to say something. The hands, I gotta do the hands. Um, I probably should remove some paint and let me see, let's scrape it down because I am really not. What the hell is this? Something in the back of it. But one thing I will tell you, you have to be a little smarter. You think that the cops are the ones that are fucking with you, and they are. They're fucking with you. What has to happen? The system has to be corrected. Train cops, and cops are waking up now because cops are not bothering people as much in New York City because they know that the people are not happy with them. But you cannot get rid of the system completely because then the cops won't be your problem no more. Then it'll be the criminals. Because then people will start. There's nothing there to stop me from me doing what I want, whatever I want to do to you. It's nothing to stop me if I have no money and I see you buying something from taking your money. So you really can't go by emotion. You have to be really smart about, like I was telling you yesterday about the guy that got killed, the black guy, by the cop putting his knee on his neck. After that happened, a lot of people got angry with cops. So much that cops started being targeted in New York City. People went up to the cops while they were in the police car and shoot them for no reason. This happened like 3 times in New York and a whole lot of different stories like that. So that's why it's cause and effect. Now, who caused the effect? Was it the guy not getting in the police car, or was it the cop putting the knee on the neck? Who caused the effect? Well, who caused the effect was the cop because the cop is the one in control. He's the cop. He's got the gun. I'm your prisoner. It's your job to make sure I'm protected and I'm not, you don't kill me. And so he caused the effect. He caused the effect. But now the guy also caused the effect, but because he could have gotten in the police car and he would have not been in the street with the knee on the neck. So then, But then you can't, we can't, we don't know everything. We don't know if the guy was drunk, maybe he was on something. So you still got to give the guy the benefit of the doubt because he's the prisoner. So the cop is always wrong in this situation. That's why that cop got, I think he got 20 years, 15 years. He's in prison right now, that cop. That cop is in prison right now. He ruined his whole life. And the other three are going to be in prison soon. So it's a whole lot of stuff, which I don't understand. You try to make, I try to, but I'm skimming the canvas. In some areas, I don't like the way this paint is laying down. I can let this dry and then come back with the the stone that they use for the feet, and break it down some. What they call that stone, Mario? Something, I forgot the name of it. There's a lot of stuff when you look at a painting in a museum. You have the patina. The paint has aged. It looks a lot different than when it was first put down. Even though if it was retouched, it still it gets some, it adds another look to it. Years and years, it's like a drawing that's been sitting for 100 years. The paper turns completely yellow. This painting is going to look much different. And 20, I mean, well, even in 20 years, it'll look. This is a Holbein. This palette knife Holbein. I paid $80 for this palette knife. $80, and I've had this palette knife for 30 years. Now, the other ones that I didn't pay that much, that I only paid $10, I broke about 10 of those in the 30 years that I've had this one, and this one has never broke. I had to work a whole day to afford to buy this one palette knife. Because back then I only made $100 a day. The palette knife was $80. And I was left with $20. Yeah. $100 is $80 is palette knife. Hold on. But I haven't had to buy. Because the ones that cost $10, this costs $10. They usually break right there. They break right here. And if you don't believe me, this is what this used to be. And I keep it because I can turn this into something else. I can sharpen it and make a tool out of it for carving. Or if this handle breaks, I can use this handle. But these are $10 knives. each one. And they break after a while, doing this. I'm surprised this one has held up so long. And, or you can pay $80 a piece. These are $80 a piece. And this is Holbein. Over here. It's the best palette knife you can buy. And it's lasts 30 years. Can you believe that? It's made out of good metal. Now, I don't know why these break there. This one broke right flat where the blade used to be. You see, the blade was like that. And it just clip. This one, the same thing. I guess maybe they weld them like that. This is one part and this is another part. But I don't understand that because usually the weld mark is stronger than any other part of the knife. That's what they say. Alright, where's my knife, my brush? Let me bring this guy close. And his eyes, I gotta see. Let me grab a little bit. Let's see what I can do. Now, the eyes have a little, this one in the picture, a little ticky eyelash. I think that's what it is with this one. That bit of eyelash. I'm going to put those marks in there because you see it in the picture. But they're a little darker. I grabbed the brown. Let me grab something still darker. Let me I don't know why it's not looking so clear on the. I have the thing set up on. Oh yeah, I did. I had it on auto. It's 720. It's on 720 now. It's on 720. And trying to get this to look a little better for the filming. I think it's the shine of the. Okay, let me put it this way. All right. Okay, now this I'm gonna have to come. Yeah, you gotta be careful with the people on the internet. You got people that you don't know who they are and where they're from. And I'm very careful with people on the internet. I mean, I've never had problems, but I sometimes look at those audited videos, and when you usually watch videos like that, other videos pop up like scamming videos and people from India And I just, there's a lot of stuff going on. And people, people, animals, they have no respect. They have no respect. That's why I stay alone. I have no friends. I have no friends. My friends are all married, and your best friends are usually the ones you grow up with. People are so, they're actors. Animals, you can trust animals. You notice all old people love their animals. Because in the end, they realize there's nothing more better. Animals, they never betray you. They're always there. They always show you love. And you see these old ladies, these old men with their dogs and cats. I guess when we get old, that's all we have left is. That's why God gave us animals, I guess. I guess that's why He gave us the animal. To look after us when we get old, huh? Maybe that's the reason. For the dog and the cat. Maybe there's other reasons, but I'm saying. I don't know, what was it? God decided to make a cow? I mean, why? Because did He know that we was going to get milk from the cow? Or what was the purpose of the cow? Of God making a cow? What was the purpose of God making a monkey? What was the purpose of such big animals, dinosaurs? To prepare the ground before the humans got here? Fertilize the planet? Oh, we need some big animals for this. We need a lot of fertilizer, guys. We need dinosaurs. And then a rock came and now they're gone. Isn't that something? They're just gone. That's a little too light. I'm not paying attention to my values, as you can see, but and still too warm. Let me get my value. See, my value. Everything has its reasons. We just don't know that we don't have the answers, but everything has reasons. We just don't know what those reasons are yet. This is a reconditioning for us to go to the next level. You see, I don't like the way that camera's looking. My God, that looks so bad. That is so bad. Why is it looking so bad now? That's, okay, is that look better? Let me open the curtain over there and get more light in here from the right. Okay, is that better? Maybe. I don't know, a lot of answers. I had a stroke a couple of years back, and my speech, my words, I slur. I sometimes get stuck with words. It's funny, but the only thing that was not affected was my art, and if anything, it helped my art. So, am I happy that I got the stroke? I mean, was this a way of him getting me there quicker? Or nature preparing me? Some type of microevolution going on here? I don't need words anymore. I'm trying to express myself a different way now. And I've been trying to develop that for so many years. And I'm still working at it. And I still have problems with it. And then I decided to do watercolor 10 years earlier. I've been just doing watercolor for 10 years. That took away from my oil painting. But I'm back to painting in oils. Maybe I fooled myself. Maybe I thought, maybe I said, let me try the watercolor. Maybe I can do this quicker, a little quicker. Just fooling myself. I was fooling myself. Sad for these young kids today. Living, imagine being born in these times. As soon as you're freaking born, they put a mask on you to cover your face. Oh man, it's going to be so hard for these kids. Yeah, have we thought about that? What is that going to do to the kids in another 20 years? These politicians don't consider any of that. They don't care about any of that. They're just busy making money. This a politician makes $400,000, and then these bastards are worth 400 million after they leave office. I mean, did they invent something? Did they? Are they a rock band, or how the hell do you make $400 million and you're in politics? And it's all of them. All of them have money. I remember when Hillary left the White House, her words to the reporters, "We're broke. We have no money." I found that so strange that she would make such a statement like that. I guess it was something that when she came across the reporters, it was in her mind for her to mention it. But then the woman is worth later on 250 million. And now she's dying to get back. Because the only way they get money for their charities is when they're in office. People invest into them because the lobbyists want favors. So now the charity's going down. She's dying to get back. Are you trying to get back because you want more money, or is it that you really want to help us? Look, what is it? What bullshit? What are you playing here? What games are you playing? We're playing with people's lives. We're not. This is not life. The game life, where you spin the wheel, you roll the dice. This is a real game. You make the wrong choice, people don't get health care. People don't. People die. So if you come up with something, you got to have something behind it that it automatically takes effect to the people that are in the other program. It's not going to leave anyone stranded or. But they don't do things like this. They don't do this. These videos are basically make a record of the day. That eye over here. It's a little lighter. Let me put that light there. Maybe see if that works. Yeah, so I don't know, guys. I don't know. Let me see. Those flesh songs. That ear, I gotta adjust. I gotta balance that ear out with the flesh sounds. Make this ear a little. There was a light right there. You hear the sirens in the background? Cops. Like I said, I don't have no problem with cops. I have a problem with the bad cops. I'm a realist. I believe you have to back up everything in life. If one thing doesn't work, then you fix it. That's how this country was built, making mistakes and correcting as we went along. Slavery is not good. We got rid of it. That's just how life is. We come up with new programs, new things, new energy. This is no good. Let's try something else. But before we try something else, we just cannot stay with nothing. People are dependent. We have to just find different ways of doing things. People talk about those electric cars and all of that, but we're not there yet with electric cars. We're not, you know, unless you electrify the streets and put two wires in the bottom of the car touching the streets while they move. Well, haven't you seen the iPhones? The iPhones, they got that charger now that you can charge them, just place them down on that black thing. But you touch the black thing or the phone and you don't get electrocuted. Why can't we make cars like that and do the streets like that? Wouldn't that be a good idea? Okay, what are we doing here? I'm still stuck. I'm not really. I'm still warming up to this. Let me see if I reload this. Reload. 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 Alright, so, whatever does happen. I haven't checked the news to see what's going on in Ukraine this morning. There's a whole lot of stuff happening over there now. A whole lot of stuff happening over there. You know, the thing about with Ukraine, with the people from Ukraine, they're they're not really aware of what's really going on. The politicians are making all these choices for them, and they're not aware of who is NATO, who they are, what they're about. It's the United Nations, it's globalists, uh, what their movement is all about, what they stand for, and we've seen what that's done with a lot of countries. What happened in Iraq, and the government comes in. Next thing, the people have to leave, and they come over here, and they destabilize everything. It's these are because of NATO, because choices that are these people are making, ruining countries that were okay. Because Iraq, I mean, I think they had oil, they had money. It was okay before the whole shit happened in Iraq, and they claimed they had weapons. They never had weapons. Now everybody from Iraq is in New York now. And every business in every corner is from someone from over there. And the people that are born here, live here, don't have that. Are not getting those type of loans. So they can do as good as the ones that are just coming in here. So they kind of feel left out. And then you got some people that come in and they want to change things their way, how things were back home. And you can't do that. I mean, you can't do that. Then we're making Iraq again. That's the reason you're here, because it didn't work over there. Now you want to bring it over here. if I'm wrong, I mean, I'm open to being corrected. Sometimes you say things and you're just misinformed. But, hopefully things will get better. And I just hope it gets better for the little ones, the kids. And I always go back to the kids because they deserve to have the upbringing I had. They deserve that. If they're here, they deserve to have the same upbringing I had. Even better. Because we're doing better now. We're doing better now. I always go back to the kids, man. I always. I have a warm feeling in my heart for kids, especially after I had my kids. Every time I see kids, I think about my kids. It's not like I see their kids. I see my kids. It just reminds me of my son. It reminds me of my daughter. But then they become grown-ups and they become assholes. Am I right? We become assholes. There's some we don't need no education. Teacher, leave those kids alone. Teacher, leave those kids alone. That was the beginning of a lot of what we have today. Music like that started coming around. Okay, this over here. The reason why I'm not getting this right here, because this hair goes this way, right? And then it shoots this way. Okay, I'm gonna leave that like that, but then over here, I gotta lighten that. Let me lighten it with the gray, just for now, just so I can see something. I gotta get the other brush. I'm not supposed to be using this brush for that. But just for now, cut that back in there. And then there's a light along the rim there. And then this is coming, it cuts right in there. Because that background is cutting into the hair. Okay, let me get the other brush. I use this brush right here. It's something the way that cop just pulled up from nowhere. Like, what? How the hell did he? Was he just passing by, or did someone call him? And he was waiting for you in the bridge, and it's loitering if you. So you can't stop in the street. Stop for a second. What kind of bullshit is that? I don't understand that. I thought loitering is like you're making a mess. I'm making a mess of having my human self here, trying to. How about if I wanted to paint the bridge and I'm an artist? That's what I was thinking. I'm an artist. I'm painting the bridge. I can't sit here and paint the bridge. I would like you to take me to court, a situation like that. I said, this. I'm taking this straight to the Supreme Court. This guy. I'm trying to make a painting. And he's telling me, well, how the hell you think the paintings were done in the past? Such a stupid cop. Stupid freaking cop. Why didn't you film the cop? I don't understand. Why you didn't film? Why didn't you put the camera on him? You should have. That's what you should have done. I'd like to see that cop. I don't understand why you can't stand. Because I was thinking, imagine if I would have been there painting, this cop would have come. I'm over here playing the cello, and this guy wants to come and tell me I can't play the cello. You want to harass me. Because that's what it is, harassment. And this is pure harassment. Pure freaking harassment. Pure harassment. These freaking people. But maybe that's why the city is such a beautiful place. I don't know. Because maybe if we allow people to do whatever the hell they want to do, it will become a piece of shit. So maybe we have to consider that. Is that a good trade? I mean, piece of shit. Do you want to make this a piece of shit? Well, let's allow people to do what they want to do. Or do you prefer let this thing nice the way it is? Or maybe it's because the car was parked in the bridge. That's what I was thinking. I think it wasn't you. It was the car. You stopped in the bridge. I think maybe that was it. Maybe the car. Maybe the car. Maybe that's what he meant. Maybe he meant the car. The car was in the bridge. And it's a bridge. Cars come through there. It's not a spot where you stop with your car. But on the sidewalk, it's no problem. You should have asked him. So what's loitering? My car or me being on the sidewalk playing the cello? You know, one thing they should change. They should change. Cops should be held responsible, liable when they do something wrong. That you can sue them personal. I don't think you can sue them. Or maybe you could, I don't know. I know you can sue the police because the police is responsible for them. The government, you can sue that. But we should also make it, you can also sue the cops. And after a while, cops being sued and be like, listen, you don't want to do that because I got sued once and you're violating someone's rights when you tell them to get off the bridge. I need to give them coffee. I got the water. All over the place. All over the freaking place. Look at this. Holy shit. Where's the thing, huh? Where is it? It was here. I don't know where the hell it's at. The fly thing. Let me get it over there. Flies. Where these bastards keep coming from? These flies, they keep coming from somewhere. Bastards. Bastards. Damn flies. Mosquito flies. I don't know how the hell these bastards get in here because there's no flies, there's no fruits. How could these bastards get here? Where do they come from? Where these bastards are coming from? Oh well, my plant, I got water, my plant is dying. Why is the plant dying? Because I'm not watering it. It's dying. Right. I don't know, this painting is driving me nuts. It is driving me nuts because I'm not really happy with it. I'm gonna sometimes there's paintings like that that just don't come out quite right, and you just put them to the side and leave them alone. I don't know if this is going to be one of those type of paintings. But before I put it to the side, I'm going to make sure I give it an effort to do that. Okay, now over here, there's an area where this part comes back down. This part comes back down right there. And it starts going over. It goes this way. And then there's a darker area right in there. So I'm going to put that in there. Yeah, but yeah, I don't maybe that's what's the loitering. It's you being parked in front of the alongside of the bridge. I think that was the problem. That's why the officer had a problem. But I mean, but if it was that, he said, listen, you have to move. Your car cannot be parked there. If you want to be where you're at, you have to find another place where you can park the car. How about if your car would have been something happened with the car? Listen, my car's not. I can't start. I'm trying to give it a few minutes, and then I figure while that's happening, I play the cello. Or I'm waiting for the tow mechanic to come. My car, I'm having some issues. But the thing is, I think cops need to be worrying about major crime. Little things, but then those little things become big things. That's the problem with that, you know. Look at India. You have a train system where the trains ride, and you got people setting up right where the train comes down to, right on the tracks. They started selling food on the tracks. On the tracks. They said, what happens when the train comes? Well, we just move the store. Oh, so every time the train comes, you move the store. So now, you see how it may be when the first person came and would be told when they decided to open up the first store, listen, you can't be on tracks selling food. This is not a good place to make a business on the train tracks. They got videos on YouTube on India, this place I'm talking about. You wouldn't have the problem you have now, that you have over 200 people that set up shop along that train. So now the train, when it comes down to that area, they have to worry about running people over, because you got people that want to stand on the tracks. cause and effect. Help me understand why this is wrong, why it's not wrong. My logic tells me I don't have much education. I don't have much school. Everything I is self-taught in books. I work from a very early age. I've been working since I was 16. You tell me, help me understand. Let me try the shadow. But then people, they see something and right away they have to stop for a second and question why things are the way they are. Why this, why that. But people have lost their logic. You get the tunnel vision and you think it's because of this, and maybe it's because of that. Because you're misinformed. Okay, let me work that in there again. And if I need to go dark, I'll work that darker more in there. I wanna see, so that I wanna get that jawline. I'm gonna work that black with this, darken it with this brown. Which is this right here. Let me, I'm gonna darken this, but I'm just trying different things to see if I want to go that dark, I'll put a patch of color that dark, and then if I like it, then I'll make a value, mix some painting, take it that dark. This is, I gotta adjust this. This right here has to be adjusted. All this has to get adjusted. And this red I have on my palette, this color is off. I gotta make some paint. Let me make some values. Let me make some paint. And then people put stuff in it when you're down. It's being held for review. Multiply. This is another reported as spam. Those Voom. Bye bye Voom. I just reported you. Your page will be taken down. So I advise you to not put stuff on my page, because your pages will be taken down. Okay, Voom? I know your tricks, Mr. Voom. Wherever you are. Maybe you're in China, or maybe you're in India. What are you looking for? Are you trying to branch from my network to another network? But people think that you're from somewhere else, and you're attaching yourself. What's your purpose? Explain. Mr. Boom. Oh Lord. Mr. Boom, who are you? Where are you? Oh Lord Jesus. Okay, where's the brush I was working with? Oh, this is the stupid brush. Let me see. The person that's watching them must be me. Because when I get out, it's gone. We'll see right now if that's the case. figure. And what is this? And this is a print. That's beautiful. How nice those brush sounds. So small. Hmm. Here she goes. Looking for a boyfriend. Oh, that's pretty how that was done. Let's see. Oh, this looks very good. Now I can stop here, stop the video, come back.